Welcome, everybody. This is KBM, your host of This is Africa. Today is Tuesday, 28 July 2020. We're going to get into a short intro and then we'll get right into the questions with our special guest from Zambia, Empress Tay. And with that, we'll be right back. All right, we're back again. This is KBM, your host of This is Africa. We have a very special guest all the way from Zambia. And without further ado, let's go ahead and introduce Empress Tay. How are you doing?
Hi, KB. I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing well.
Hi,
I can't
everybody.
I can't complain myself. Empress Tay, how are you today? Well, I asked you that, but really, how are you today? How's this Tuesday?
I'm fine. Tuesday, it was like very busy in the afternoon because of work. I had to do some invoices, things like that, and do some reports, but everything is fine now.
Great, great. So we all got to do that 9 to 5. That's our mainstay of income until this YT thing comes through. Um,
Yeah.
Let everybody know where they can find you.
Okay, so you can find me on YouTube, Facebook, on Instagram. They are all Empress Tay, so please go follow, like, and subscribe. Yeah.
Okay, so
Basically,
everybody,
I am mostly active.
okay, mostly active where?
Okay, I'm mostly active on YouTube, but I am found on all of them on YouTube because I'm like posting videos every now and then. And then of course you get some posts from my Instagram and my Facebook, and sometimes I do post some short video clips about whatever I do. But I'm basically in pursuit of happiness and freedom. That's just one way I express myself.
Okay, so everybody, I just put her YouTube channel in the chat so everybody can get a hold of her directly there. All her information, by the way, is in the description box as usual. And I'd like to shout out Sizzle's Diaries is in the chat. We also have the Niger Boy. Thank you for coming in. We will get more people coming in as we go along. And my next question for you is this Tuesday, what is it like today in Zambia?
Okay, something I'm glad about is we have got a number of youths that have risen to take up like political roles, leadership roles that they have been aspiring. I can just say Zambia has kind of gone on a revolution with regard to political leadership, and it's been quite noisy, and there's been drama and all of that. But through all that drama, we see that other youths of Zambia are actually making and they are aspiring to take those roles. And I do believe that most of them will get them because the population of Zambia, most of it is actually youth, and I believe that people are going to vote otherwise. So we're
Okay.
hopefully going to see more, more youth coming up in the next elections 2021 because most people are beginning to stand as MPs and just take up those spaces because generally people have realized that we need better leadership, people that have been feeling it and they're trying to remove this corruption thing, etc. So we hope that everything is fine. Yeah, so there's been drama, but aside from the drama, everything's fine.
Okay, I'm going to segue off of what you just said with another question I just thought about. But before we do that, your microphone sounded like it was moving further and further away from you. Is it possible we can get the
Oh,
mic up a little bit closer? Yeah, right there. I can really hear you now.
okay.
Okay, so now you said it's kind of going through a revolution. Can you kind of give a little bit of a description on what that revolution looks like right now?
It's it's how can I even say it? It looks safe now because it's better than the way it was looking back then because sometime like a month ago it was like is it gonna happen, because everybody, most of the people were scared, took a few to go in the forefront and speak about it, that like those people acted like the lead for whatever is happening right now. Like they showed all of us that it's possible, the likes of Killer Living um, Ifo and Wezi, like different youth, actually I could say celebrities that, grows up and everything. But even other people have been speaking about it in the background and about on their social media platforms and everything like that. So basically it has brought out this energy of unity in the youth, whereby we are now able to speak out more and able to think things critically as a youth. Yeah, and someone who's been quite vocal in support of what is going on with the youth and exposing the corruptions that we might have had that we may have had our government in year one. I don't know if you know him. He's very vocal. Yeah.
Okay, so I did hear what you said, but is it possible that you can just hold the microphone close to your mouth? Because I think that's going to be able to hear. Because I think with the moving of the coat and everything, it's kind of like muffling
Oh,
the
okay.
sound.
Oh, okay. Is that better? Is that okay?
Yeah, that's better. Okay. All right. So that's what the revolutions look like right now. Thank you for that information, by the way. I think a lot of people are not getting the full information of what's going on down there. Now, I want to give a shout out real quick. I see John Moore's in the house. I also have Maureen Ebony. Thank you for coming in.
Thank you guys. Good to see you.
Now, my next question for you is like, where in Zambia are you from? And tell us a little bit about the town where you live.
Okay. Ooh, I have moved in different towns, but right now I was in Dola. I have stayed for like 3 years that side. I was at school in Lusaka. They're kind of like 6 hours, 7 hours apart, those two towns. I am currently in a different town, but where I'm coming from is Ndola. That's where my parents are, my siblings, and compared to Lusaka, it's a peaceful place, a more peaceful place. The people are more friendly and it's not as noisy. Of course, if you compare, the population is lower than Lusaka. And another thing, of course, economic wise, Lusaka then, because it's easier and money moves faster. So it's less compared to Lusaka. Lusaka is the capital city of Zambia. Yeah,
Okay.
so that's why I'm making reference. That's why I did my education. I was at the University of Zambia. I pursued my Bachelor of Arts in Economics there. Yeah, so yeah, that's basically where I was.
Okay. Are there any other places in Zambia you'd rather be, and if so, why?
Wow. I haven't really thought critically about that, but I would be in Kabwe. I like Kabwe. If I was to settle, I would like to settle in Kabwe or Kitwe because I think, especially Kabwe, because it's clean, it doesn't have much drama going on, it's quiet. Um, of course, if I think of it economic wise, I think the cost of living is not so high, so somebody should.
Okay. Okay. So where you're at right now, what is there to do for fun? Like where you live. I mean, I know you work at you told me earlier behind the scenes you work at kind of like a lodging place. So it sounds to me like that's a
Mm.
place for people to get away. Like what is there to do there?
Okay, so at the lodging place, it's basically it doesn't yet have like so many things to do like swimming and all of that, like games. No, mm. It's a place like a getaway place. If you want to go to a very quiet and peaceful place that's more secluded and nobody gets to make noise for you. There's trees, a lot of trees, fresh air. Um, yeah, basically, if you're looking for those, like you wanna go to a place where you wanna go think about stuff and just be peaceful, here is a place, but not any games or things to do that much, like a swimming pool, not exactly. So, and mostly the people that we get around here, people that are coming to work in the mines because this place has mining places around. So we get many clients in that area, business people or employment people. Yeah, employed people.
So where you're at right now, would that be considered part of the copper belt?
No, where I am right now is not Copper Belt. It's in um, western, northwestern province.
Okay.
It's not quite.
Okay.
It's like Copper Belt is like 10 hours away.
All right. And in that location, are there any like historical landmarks?
I haven't yet gone around because I'm so new and I'm trying to get hands on things around. But some
Mm-hmm.
of my friends tell me the different stuff around, but I haven't yet. I'm basically new, so there's not much that I know about this place than what where I'm coming.
Okay. So how long have you been there?
I have been here for like three weeks, so I'm
Okay.
basically a really new to this.
Okay. So your recent video that you made of your room tour, which is pretty funny by the way, everybody should check that out. I think it was their
Okay.
second last video, but everybody check it out. It's really funny. It took a lot of creation, a lot of time to make it. I can tell. Now,
Yeah, yeah, I did.
this is just going to be a general question. Like, what motivates you on a day to day basis? Whether if you're in your old location to the new location, what motivates you on a day to day basis?
I feel like having a YouTube channel has connected me to different people, and I feel responsible for the things that I'm doing, and people are looking forward to seeing something because Like now I have more like defined what it is. I say that you're welcome to my channel where we as Majesty will show you how you can live your life and define your freedom and express your freedom the way you live, use your money and think. So basically it's a way of expression for me, especially that I'm alone. So like the people that you guys that are watching right now that come to watch my YouTube channel are family to me. It's like I'm talking back to you and you're
Okay.
talking back at me. And I think something that I do so well is speaking to myself because growing up mostly I grew up indoors. Like my uncle would be like, you have to study. I'm only gonna give you an hour to go and play. So I learned to speak to myself, create imaginary friends and all of that. But if I can have somebody that's gonna watch something and then actually text comment back on that. So that's like, wow, this is amazing. So I can tell you because I get friends that are gonna talk back.
Yeah, I myself, I think I got a couple hundred different imaginary friends. So I think we all have one or two. That might be a little excessive, but you know. Okay, so
I think I am excessive. Yeah.
so to segue back on the room tour video again, everybody, you need to check that out. Um, did that same motivation inspire you to upload that video? I mean, to make that video and upload it?
Okay, so what happened is YouTube channel and the journey that I'm going on, and I think the hardest things for me was to bring my walls down and become vulnerable because growing up, I've always been this I'm strong, I'm strong. Nobody sees me crying or stuff like that. So even just bringing people to see, oh, this is where I live, it's like I am opening a part of myself to people that I may not know but will come to know once they come to join me. So if you saw that room, the mat was not okay, it was torn, the colors were not all mixed, they are like everywhere in every place, okay? But because I have embraced it that people do like to see just you, not necessarily like let me clean up and all of that. Of course, clean up is good. If I want to show them a clean up place, I'll tell them, well, I cleaned up for you guys. But I wanted to show them from where I actually started from and how I reached and how I like what is going on exactly right now before I begin. All the sort of transformation that I can make in my any type of way. So that's why I had to make that video, and it's crazy because the room tours that we get to see sometimes it's like, wow, I would really love to have that bed, but I wanted to do it from my humble place wherever I am. Not everybody can get to have like, oh, that. I just wanted to show that you can be yourself and you can maybe speak to somebody or make somebody laugh. And I had to bring along my personality because I feel like I'm just a good company to keep even by myself. Like, yeah, I'm always talking to myself, so I'm like, oh, I'm just gonna bring it on, and yeah, that's basically what happened.
Okay, so not to sound redundant or anything, like that was your motivation to inspire you to make that. But where did you come up with the idea to make that funny video and to make it funny? I mean, you could have made a video about anything. Why that idea?
Um, it was a way of actually beginning to make content from here.
Mm-hmm.
I just didn't think like I can just start from outside, like, oh, look, this is how it looks and everything. I felt like I had to just go in and just show you, oh, guys, I'm here now. I was actually at my parents' house, so that's like me moving out situation because though that was accommodation provided to me by the company, but the place where I was, somebody used to stay there, so I just like got over like somebody shifted and then you get to be there right away. Yeah. So that's what happened. And then I had to just begin from inside because I'm all like, what is happening? I have a bed now. Hello, it was issue. So I had to make as much as possible out of it. Like I can't just go
Okay.
like, oh, hello, this, because you can actually see the room in one shot. You get, but I had to actually become more detailed about it so that
Okay, so your microphone was halfway in and out, running away. You might want to just bring it up
Oh,
just a little bit closer. There you go. There you go. Okay, so
okay.
back to some of the motivation conversation. Now, your grandfather is a very happy and motivated person. What motivated him in
Yeah.
that one video to find you a husband?
Okay, I my grandfather is one. I think he doesn't even know that I have a YouTube channel really. Only my
Aha,
grandfather knows.
aha.
Yeah. And he came from because he's staying in a different place from Ndola, my town, like also another 7 hours drive. That's in 2 days. So he had come for something for hospital and whatnot. But then you know how traditionally somebody who's at my age, you're supposed to have two children, going somewhere like that. Is my mic okay? Yeah.
Yeah, it's just
Okay.
it's a little bit like back and forth. I mean, we
Oh,
can hear what you're saying. Yeah, like right there is perfect.
okay.
I think maybe it's when
Okay.
you're moving.
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, okay. So like he was just saying, I like you. When are you gonna get married? Where's your man? I need to see him. And he was saying like he had his own description of the kind of man that he wanted. Man, he has to be tall, with a handsome face, and everything. So my grandfather is tall, and if you look at him, like he's a very handsome man. It was only that he was dark and whatnot. So he was basically like prescribing
Okay,
his
okay, Empress
description.
Tay, real quick. Now your mic is
Mm-hmm.
sounding even farther away. It's like I think it has to be right up
Oh,
under your chin.
oh, okay. Let me just do a double one like that.
That's good. Okay, so you're saying that
Okay.
he's standing up tall. I think he said he was handsome or
Yeah,
something like
he's
that.
tall. Yeah, my grandfather is tall and he's handsome, yeah. So I felt like I'm like, aren't you just describing yourself as like you're kind as a husband for me, That was just really crazy. But again, it got to me at some point because of like, you see, like I am old and then I have come to my child's house. But what about you? Who's gonna keep you when you're older and everything? Like right now, you have to be married. So I'm basically getting that pressure from my family to get married. Because I think society has just taught us that we at a certain age everybody needs to be settled and that whatever, and then it's like that now becomes the need of every relative. People keep asking me, where is that man? When is he coming? When is he reaching? When are you getting married? And like, okay, So my grandfather just brought it out. He was like,
So
let
he's
me pick out of the 10 that you have.
so he's putting the pressure on.
Yeah. And he was saying out of the 10 men that you have, just one.
Oh yeah,
Like,
tell us about that.
and it's good. Okay, so he doesn't expect me to just have like one man. He knows that there's many men that we want to marry and all of that. And then the kind of work that I used to do sometimes that is you would talk back and forth with people on the phone, like customer care work situation. So he was like, "You are always on the phone, hello, hello, hello," and then you get this man saying, "Come and meet me. Can I see you today?" And you're like, "No, I'm busy. Can we see each other on the weekend?" Basically, like describing how I can go about having a date with that man. So my grandfather is just at another level, seriously. Yeah, so that's what he was saying.
Okay, so we got a couple more people that came in. We got Chris Bernard in the house. We got Beat by Banda. Thank you for coming in. We do have a question in the chat. And this is the same question that Sizzle's Diaries was asking the last time. Has the price of basic
Mhm.
commodities changed in your area since the lockdown?
Before you even finished, you could see my eyes roll up. Like seriously, just the other day I went to buy some things in Solwezi and I only came with like two plastic bags and I had spent, oh my god, that's like 100. If you transform it to dollar, it could be like $100 because right now the dollar is like has appreciated so much above the kwacha. It's now 18 kwacha per dollar. So if you are changing dollar to kwacha, you actually get more. But then we use money in our currency, so it's very hectic. And most people do have it in kwacha, so things are very, and I'm saying very expensive. Something that used to be something like five kwacha 2 months, 3 months ago is now even triple, like 300% higher than the way it used to be. So it has become very, everything is pricey these days, very expensive, very expensive.
And Sizzle Diary says, Empress, I am a Zambian by virtue of birth.
Oh, hey, Caesar Diaries. Oh my God, that's good to know, you know. Okay.
She also says that's a reality of most African households. They call it ripe for marriage. Talk about your
Yes.
grandfather.
And
Yeah.
I forgot to mention something. I forgot to mention something. My mom had actually traveled to go buy fish at a certain place in Pulungu, and that place is where it's like a where she went is like a village situation. People usually just once they become mature, they actually like hold them for marriage. I don't know if you understand. Whereby maybe a household or somebody would come to say, "This person, I'm gonna marry her, please keep." So there are actually some that are married around that age, and they have like by the time somebody is 20, they have like three children, four, somewhere there. So when my mom went there and she's like, "Oh, I have children. I'm actually the firstborn in my family." So she's like, "I actually have a girl. How old is she?" And they mentioned my age. Is she married?" And she was like, "No." Do you know what that is in a village? They say that you might have been charmed, like like you are something that cannot get married, something, not someone. You get
Yes.
because
Yeah.
in the villages somebody doesn't get to grow that old without getting married or having children. So if I was to go there, everybody would be scared of me that I have charms or something that
Oh.
make me not get married. You get, yeah.
Yeah.
That's what
Yeah.
it is.
Okay.
So my
Okay.
mom, had gone there when she came back with depression, like mommy, at that time.
All right. So my next question for you is, we're getting into some YouTube business here now. What other YouTubers
Oh,
have you
okay.
collaborated with in person?
Oh, wow. I think the first of the most was with Lily Mutam. I can't really say we had like a sit down video together and talk, but I did take some video clips of me meeting her. I have a video about that. It's like how I met Lily Mutam. So you're gonna find it was a very exciting moment for me because up to then, before then, I had actually been looking for Zambian YouTubers because I felt like I was the only YouTuber in Zambia. And I was looking, I'm like, where are my friends? You know, like, would there be anybody anyhow? And then to my surprise, whenever I'll type Zambian YouTuber on YouTube, I hardly ever got anything. So I went to Google and then I typed Zambian YouTubers on YouTube and I found her in the news. Like Lily was in the news, explained about how she was like working at a hospital, like a maid type of work, and now she's a YouTuber with 10,000 and everything blowing up for a certain video, which is why Nigerian men are good men. I have to put those words correctly, but something about Nigerian men. And then I was like, wow. And they explained in that to say she's got uh, a Facebook group and a WhatsApp group. So I was like, oh my God. Then I went to that video. So after I watched it, I commented. I'm like, hey, I've been looking for a Zambian YouTuber. Yesterday I met you and blah, blah, blah. I'm from Zambia and I've seen that you have a WhatsApp group. Could you kindly add me to that? And she was so quick to reply. She's like, text me on my Instagram. I texted her, she replied, and after we connected, she added me to the YouTubers group. I learned how to connect in live streams and get other YouTubers come to me and subscribe. At that time, I was actually at 48 subscribers. It was so hard to get to 48. It was something else. But after I met those, it's like those guys used to come and they subscribe. So my subscribers actually went up real quick. up to somewhere like 500. I stuck there for some time, like 700. And then another thing happened. I There's another YouTuber, Ghanaian YouTuber, and a Kenyan YouTuber. They're called Wademaya and Miss Judy. Some of you have already come across them. They're actually in those groups that I was introduced to, African YouTubers. So I was like, wow, this is really nice. And I used to watch their videos because I do travel videos. And I'm like, wow. And I have always loved traveling, but I haven't really just had I can say, created the chance or the privilege to actually go out there and putting up in situations. I guess it will get there. So I started watching and how they move from this country. They show stuff about this country. They move to that. I'm like, when are these guys coming to Zambia? So I texted Miss Judy. I said, hello, when are you coming to Zambia? It's like 2 weeks, 2 weeks past. And then I just heard that they will be coming in a few after that. So finally, fast forward, they came and ish, like I just feel like those are just that moment was very iconic for me. I can't like those three moments meeting Lily, Wodemai and Strudy was just those people I learned that they are so humble in as much as they have like many YouTube subscribers. They told us some tricks and all of that. And then I have a specific video that actually has one of the highest views, which is what Wodemaya did in Zambia. And initially it was like Wodemaya built Sunday market. When I got to meet him, I stayed with him with MG90. So I got to be found in the video with MG90. Um, I found them filming already with Wodemaya. Like, oh my god, I just, like I felt so good. Like, is this for real? Like, dude, you're from Ghana, and at that time he was even have felt so honored. Like, I was so honored. Like, I am part of this, and this is a big YouTuber. This guy is humble and everything. I haven't got to meet Judy, so those are basically the collaboration that I've done. Um, Wodemaya, Miss Trudy, and Lily Mutam. Of course, inside there's MD90, there's Gabrielle, there's this person by the name of
Teresa
Cowboy
Chills.
Brian. Yeah, even Teresa. Oh my God, you've just reminded me. Teresa Chills is actually the person that I went to meet in Lusaka. Like, there's a video I saw her traveling from Yola to Cowboy, and then Cowboy to Lusaka. I really had a good time.
Your
So
your
look,
your mic your microphone seems a little bit distant.
okay. You can hear me?
Yes.
Yeah. I really had a good time. We traveled at night and slept in Carway because we couldn't continue driving in Brooklyn. We're like, okay, let's rest. And then the next morning, our seven started up again to go to Lusaka. And then, yeah, we got to meet Lily. So it was nice. The
All
first time I got
right.
to meet her, she came to Dola, my hometown. It's a whole another experience that I can take time to explain, but I've just cut part so that we can proceed. And then after that, we had scheduled a workshop for YouTubers. So when I went with Teresa Chills, it was actually for the workshop. So we met with other content creators that all and those that were aspiring. It was nice. Like I got to see, oh, I'm just like we're just not these few. So there's actually a lot of Zambian YouTube such I mean YouTubers, about 200 plus. There are a
Okay.
lot.
Well, so segueing through Lily, you got to meet a bunch more of the Zambian YouTubers. You didn't find them
Yeah,
the traditional way by doing a YouTube search. You had to go through Google to get to through her to find the
yeah,
rest of them.
exactly.
Okay. I mean,
Yeah.
that's one way of meeting other people that are doing the same thing as you are within the area that you live. Now, the
Yeah.
Niger boy says, yes, we are. So that's obviously when you're talking about Nigerian men in the video
Oh,
that
the
Lily
Niger
made.
boy. I really loved the Niger boy. I really loved what you did last time with the giveaways. I got some of my friends win. There was Gigi, Kopala, and Hakola, the Tonga boy, Tonga boy. He got to win. I'm like, dude, I was so impressed. I just felt like he was so generous. Please do continue. I do watch some of your travels every now and then, and please let us know when we're having the next giveaway because I'm coming.
All right, quick shout out to Wonders of Africa. Thank you for coming in. The Kumba guy says he's in a meeting, so he'll be back with
Yeah.
us later on the replay. I take it. Um,
Okay.
Now, you got to work with Miss Trudy Wodamaya, the infamous L.R. Gabriel, Teresa Chills,
Yeah.
Lily
Mm-hmm.
Matams, and you said one other person. I didn't get Charles
MD90.
MD90, but there's somebody else besides MD90.
Brian Kabwe.
There we go. There we go. All right.
Mm-hmm.
So I would say a little more than half of those are from Zambia, right?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Yes.
All right. So my next question for you is, when did you start your YouTube channel?
Wow. In my heart, in my spirit, and my soul, I started when I was 18. That was years back. But but I started in January on the 9th of I think
Can't
it
hear
was
you.
20,
Sorry, we can't hear you. When was
you
that?
know? Uh it was 2018, 7.
2018. Okay.
2018. Yes.
2018. Okay. So MD90's in the house. He just came in. Um,
Hi, I'm the 19. How you doing? Good to have you. Yeah, MD.
my
I
next
already
qu-
mentioned that I have multiple.
Okay. So my next question
Mhm.
is, why did you start your YouTube channel?
I just felt that I needed a place where I could express my personality and just basically evolve from uh, as I was pursuing what my purpose is and things that I can actually do. I've always admired TV. I've always loved TV, and I always tell my family that one day you're gonna be on TV. I guess it's gonna happen. I don't know when, but yeah, I fancied the idea of being on TV and actually bringing out a certain something, talent or something. And I've always said that I have 1,000 words. Like there's so many words I have to an extent that I needed to tell somebody. Like I've always spoken to myself like this. Okay, um, 3 people in work, 7 people just commenting and all that. And I feel like I don't want to go crazy. I feel like I have a place that I can express myself. But YouTube was so far-fetched from me. It looked like TV. People used to say TV. Sometimes I'm like, oh, so cute. Where are they? Like as if they are somewhere up in heaven or the sky somewhere. And it was here every day, every year that came. Like, how can I get on YouTube? What does it take? So after I completed school is when I actually began to research. I tell you, there was a lot of research. Nobody told me how to like sit me down or no one how to edit, post my video. Posting a video, I owe it to Napsa. If Zambian people, they know Napsa. He's a comedian. So when I was back before I could complete my degree, he actually showed me. I was like, no, how do I get to YouTube? How do I get to because I got to watch one of his YouTube videos. He's a funny guy. I was like, how do I post? Then he showed me, no, just go to iPhone, you already have something, and post that. So I actually posted one video in some time back, like before I even finished school, before 2019, and it was there. It had just one view for the longest time, and it was like just one view. So I feel that that kind of like it's not happening on mine. How come people have like banners? It looks nice. They have those thumbnails, I didn't even understand the thumbnail, all of that. So I began to research on how can create, how can add all of that. So I've just kind of evolved learning from YouTube videos and other content creators and whatnot. So that's how it happened. I've
Okay.
always felt like I had a lot of and experiences to share because I feel like I had a tough childhood, I should say, especially with insecurities. People used to take me for granted because I was like a good person, you know. They'll betray me or use me, you know, all of that. And all of the time, I had to talk myself out of something or into something. So I just felt like somebody else can actually be talked out of something bad or into something good, you know. So that's
Okay,
why.
so MD90 was saying that the volume's a little too low. He was telling you to hold up the headphone mouthpiece.
Oh, is that better?
Now he was saying to hold the headphone mouthpiece, to actually hold the mouthpiece part of it.
Okay, so I've actually increased the volume because it was low, so I'm thinking that's better.
Okay, we'll give that a try. So my next question for you on this is
Okay.
now back to motivation, but we're still on YouTube.
Mhm.
What motivated you to
Mhm.
start becoming a vlogger in the first place? I mean, you went through some
What
some stuff, but
motivated?
you could have done anything, right? But what you
Okay,
could have been just a blogger, but decided to become a vlogger. So what motivated you to
okay.
become a vlogger instead of a blogger or something else?
Okay, so like I told you, I've always liked the idea of TV and
Hmm.
actually be saying something and be seen and be expressive. I like somebody's watching if I'm smiling or like from my expressions, they can actually borrow theirs. You get so, and then I also watched people like, oh, they're traveling, whatnot, they're capturing their moments, all of that. Then I imagined how I could actually bring it home and do my innocence. I was traveling. So that's why sometimes I'll take you along when I'm going to buy something, or I show you what is happening, or what I experienced that day, and stuff like that. For me, I feel like carrying somebody on a journey and actually experiencing together makes the whole difference. So that's why it was also part of the content I basically creates for you to see in my life because, like I explained, I was so guarded because of my childhood. Like I said, like, why is everybody hurting me? I'm just trying to be good to you. Why are you betraying me? You know, all of that. So those voices kind of felt it was. I had to say, okay, just listen up and take people along with
Okay, so
me. Yeah.
uh, I hate to repeat this, but I think MD90 had the right idea. If you just hold the mouthpiece,
Hello.
because raising the volume
Oh, okay.
didn't help. Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
just like
So
that.
is that helping?
Yes. Okay.
That's good. Oh,
Yes. All right. So the next question for you is: was there anything that would have stopped you from becoming a vlogger, and if so, what would have stopped you?
not. I can't. No. There's if all like I would still come back even if maybe I lost my phone or anything. Once I got that phone back, I'll still be back. Like there's nothing. In short, there is nothing at this point. Totally. Because sometimes I get to places I'm thinking I'm like, oh, what can I offer this guy? Like what can I say? But every now and then ideas do come, either from experiences or from things that people come for me for and stuff like that. So are you there? Yeah. So that's nothing. Nothing would have stopped me.
Okay. Okay. Now, which other countries
Mhm.
in Africa have you visited, and what did you like best about each one?
Wow, I haven't visited any country yet.
So that was a loaded question because you laughed right away. Okay. 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 Okay.
Yeah,
I'm
I
sure
still
you.
feel that there's a way I would say.
Okay. I'm sure
Yeah.
you probably dreamt, in your sleep one time you were in a different African country, and if so, which country was it, and what did you like about it?
I think South Africa.
Okay.
I think it coupled everything from my subconscious, whatever I have watched and ever I imagined and put it together. It was nice. It was clean and tall buildings. Like I was in South Africa in my dream for real, and my in my dream, my uncle was there. Like I had my two uncles who were there. And then funny thing is when I had reached there, I was trying to look for where I can find my uncle, like where
Hmm.
does he stay? Oh my God, where should I go? So it was kind of a bad and good experience because I really had a hard time.
Are you sure you weren't watching some of those South African movies? Because I've seen quite a few South African movies where somebody would come from either the village to Johannesburg or another country
Yeah.
to say Johannesburg, and they're looking for their father, their uncle, their brother, their sister. Are you sure you're not
Yeah.
mixing up a movie with that dream?
But well, I haven't watched so many South African movies. I feel like it was the idea and the fantasy of like I'm thinking of traveling or it would be like that. I feel like that put everything together into a South Africa trip and I'm looking for my uncle that I couldn't find. Wow.
Okay, so the next question I have for you is, as a Zambian vlogger under the lockdown, what have you been
Mm.
doing on a day-to-day basis due to the lockdown?
Well, I think the idea of saying like getting comfortable with actually being home in the place where you are because sometimes you can get very like you want to go somewhere, you want to go see a place, but then because we are now restricted of movements and we're just afraid like I can catch it when coming back.
Hmm.
Yeah, so it's adjusting to the little movements and actually finding good in whatever is around you, whether it's little or a lot, like getting content with being alone, first of all, and being in some sort of confinement because you can't go to Lusaka really without thinking about Corona. So that's been something that I've been doing on a daily basis, accepting it, realigning, and all of that. And then one thing is very prominent is wearing a mask. You have to remember, oh, I have to wear a mask. If you have to go to the nearby mall, you have to wear a mask, stuff like that. Yeah.
Okay. So, where do you see your YouTube channel in 2021?
Oh my God, I'm hoping to blow up. I don't know, every day. I don't know why. But I just have the hunger to take my personality to a bigger audience and um yeah, like everybody come, one big family. In as much as I keep treasuring everybody that keeps coming back to my channel, everybody that's subscribed, I'm really hoping to blow up. I can't be I try to be realistic about it, but I get to be original with myself. Say this is actually what I want. Like I like to get to, double digits and whatnot. The fives
Hmm.
and yeah. So all of that. It would be nice to have 100 subscribers, 100,000 subscribers. I know it's possible, but I don't know what.
Well, right now you're less than 30 subscribers away from 3,000. So, if anybody here hasn't
Yeah.
subscribed to Empress Tay yet, her link is in the description box. I just put her link in the chat. Go ahead and go over there and subscribe to her channel. Check out her videos. Support her on a regular
Mm,
basis. Check out some of the
yeah.
stuff. Check out her room tour video. If you don't love that video, then I don't know why you're on YouTube even watching videos if you don't love that video. So
Oh
that's a
wow,
big
thank you.
endorsement for me. You're welcome. You're welcome.
Thank you.
Now,
Yeah. You can check it out. Maybe that can make me go there everywhere.
n-
Or make somebody smile.
Now, to get to those double digits, you're talking like the beginning of 10,000 and beyond. So, how do you think, or yeah, like, how do you think, how do you get there? Like, what is your idea to get to that point?
Okay, my idea is if I could, I would actually be posting content every day. I know what it's like because I have tried. And I am not able to do it now, to do it every day, but kind of on a schedule where I can have even at least 3 videos in a week because I my work right now is kind of busy and content creation sometimes just takes a toll on you. It's like, oh my God, because after you shoot, you have to edit and everything. And that's, you know how editing is. You're up there, you're
Yep.
hungry, your head is banging and all of that because you're trying to get creative as much as possible. So somebody can actually enjoy the journey that you put them on the video. So if I have to do that every day, I really felt it. So I feel like the consistency would, more videos per week would, but I'm just gonna have to get realistic in the situation. But if I wasn't doing anything and it was just YouTube, I was safe with my money and all of that, I would be doing it every day. Maybe break whenever I feel like I'm breaking, and I let my audience know to say, okay, I think I'm gonna go off maybe for 3 days or something like that. So I really feel like consistency and posting more videos every now and then and engaging with my audience would really push me out.
Okay, well, the Wonders of Africa says she's going to go check out that video right away. So you already got a fan. I guarantee she's going to like it.
Hi, you're welcome, Your Majesty. Okay, Your Majesty is just a name that I call uh, all of my subscribers and all those that watch my videos because I believe that all of us are royals. So you're Your Majesty. That's why my name Empress Tay. It's got a story to it also, though. But yeah.
So outside of YouTube, and this can be anybody, and I already have one person in mind because you were talking about TV earlier and stuff like that. Now, as far
Mhm.
as people you would look up to, and I'm talking about TV. This is somebody like Oprah Winfrey or somebody else kind of like your idea of somebody you looked up to and as an inspiration to do what you wanted to do?
Oprah Winfrey. Oprah Winfrey, definitely. That
Definitely.
woman
Okay.
is strong. Is strong. I like Oprah Winfrey and Ian Van Hansen. I don't know if I said her surname correctly, but I love their space whereby they are like these hugs for people. Like I just love those two. Like I get really inspired because they have achieved. They are women. They are strong, and they're true examples that anybody can do it. So you don't have to give a reason. Say, I'm a woman. I can't make it in this world and everything. So I do feel that looking at those and what they have done, I can still get my voice across. Those are my
Okay. All right. We just have joined us right now is Frida and Camby. Thank you for coming in.
Hi guys. Thanks for coming.
Now, tell us probably the top three people you like to watch on YouTube, and it could be anybody.
Oh, I like to watch Adrienne Bailoni because of her lifestyle. I love the way she lives. She's clean and she's happy. The one that's married to Israel. I don't know if that's the way they say these names, I think. Yeah, and I love to watch Guatemala because he's so creative and he makes it look easy that you can actually travel and, just live, enjoy your life. And another person I like to watch. I like to watch, there's this lady I came across who does financial things. But aside that, she's also got another channel that her name is, oh my name, oh my God, her name has gone. But she does, has a channel for things financial and everything. And then she's got another channel for her family, her boyfriend, kid. And then she's got another one for her beauty and all of it. Like she's crushing it. So seeing all of that energy and her actually being able to separate those things and being doing it in all is amazing. So I like
Okay. Now, you said not too long ago you're thinking about trying to work out 3 videos a week. Being realistic for
mm-hmm.
yourself, that is. I mean, that's what it sounds like. Being realistic to yourself about how much
Mm-hmm.
time you could put into YouTube on the uploads in the forefront for us to watch.
Mm-hmm.
But when you're
Yeah.
making when you're making 3 videos, realistically, if you're making 3 videos a week, about how much time do you think you put in per week just to produce, upload, and make public those 3 videos?
Mm. I feel like with time, because I really try to push myself every now and then whenever I'm editing a video, like what's that new thing that I can add to this to make it more, quality, like to improve the quality. I feel like having to push myself in my head and go across like use my intelligence or creativity, it has kind of helped me to be quicker when I edit my videos every now and then. So like when I edit a video, I could actually even take, if it doesn't have so much in it, I could take 2 hours, and then if I have to post, make a thumbnail, even four, I think if you couple it together, 4 hours maximum. It's got some editing, and then I have to make a thumbnail, and then I have to upload the video, and then go back to make, I turn on my monetization, add tags, like a full complete everything, add a description and all of that stuff. 4 hours. That's like I'm fast. If medium, moderately, but yeah,
Okay, so
on
did
average.
you? So 4 hours per video and everything behind it in the studio. That's editing and
Mm-hmm.
everything. Okay, so
Mm-hmm.
you're talking like about 12-hour work week for YouTube.
Yes, but that's um without adding shooting, because sometimes shooting actually
Okay,
also
okay,
can take a long time, especially if it's a vlog, like you're going somewhere or something. It can take some time. But those videos that I'm able to script to say I'm gonna talk about this, maybe especially in my wholeness session inspiration situation, I can actually talk. I can have lesser time than it takes for me to do a vlog. So it depends on the type of video. The amount of time is a bit different, because a vlog will require maybe more effects and changing scenes and all of that, settings and all of that. And then sit down videos are actually some of the easy ones to edit, unless you have like b-rolls where those that you have to add to the voice and all of that. So yeah, it takes
okay,
different times, but for moderately, on average, the difficult average is 4 hours to complete everything.
okay. So I'd like to welcome Justin Kairanga for coming in. Thank you for being here, bro.
Hi, Ken. You're welcome.
All right,
Thanks for
that's
coming.
Mr. JKA Travels. Make sure everybody checks him out, JKA Travels, or just look for Justin Kairanga with that JKA because there's two
Mhm.
Justin Kairangas out there. So you look for that JKA, you'll have the right one. And I did have an interview with
Okay.
him a couple weeks back. Make sure you go. Actually, I've had 2 interviews with him. Check under my playlist, Tourism Africa. You'll find both of them there. You'll also find African Wolf King, another one if you're into the tourism thing. Okay, so 4 hours for production outside of shooting per video. So that's 12 hours a week plus here and there for the actual video shoots.
Mm.
To be honest with you, in my opinion anyway, if you're going to go nonstop, you're going to do the thumbnail, you're going to do the description, get all those links in there, you're going to do the tags and all that other stuff. 4 hours is not that bad, and you're doing all this by a phone. Is that correct?
Yeah, I use my phone for everything. It's my filming gear, everything. Editing, shooting, all of it.
Okay.
Yeah,
So it's definitely faster in a lot of ways on a computer, but I have to say that 4 hours
yes.
ain't bad because you're using a phone, and that's pretty impressive to me.
Thank you. Mhm.
You're welcome. You're
Yeah.
welcome. Now,
It's been quite hard though to reach to this place. Sometimes it used to take me 2 weeks, and it used to hurt. Like you're trying to learn something, especially editing. It's like this thing is pinching me. I'm seriously trying to finish, but somehow you just can't. I don't know what happens, but as time went on, I get more familiar with the apps that I use when editing, all of that. I just had to commit myself every now and then, put myself to that work, get frustrated, go back, just like that.
okay. So What piece of advice would you give to a new YouTuber?
Wow, I would say first of all, do YouTube because you have a passion for it as opposed to the money. Because there's this thing now when somebody realizes that there's money in YouTube, they become obsessed to make money. I have done that before. I remember some time back, where yeah, I would say don't start for you wanna do it, like you love to do it and you wanna do it. Hello, I can hear you, KB.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, I can hear you now.
Yes.
Yeah, like you want to do it for the passion of it. Maybe you want to share the talent or anything. And I'm gonna say that sometimes you're going to get influenced, especially when you're trying to find your niche or you don't already have it. And it's been a struggle for me. Like I've struggled, but I'm kind of getting there. And yeah, so just keep posting. Sometimes you will not get the views, but I would like to see more ideas about the person, the two people, one person that always visits your channel whenever you post it in the community. Those people are God. They're actually the people that are gonna be there no matter what, you know. Of course some will come, they will love you, they hate you, others will hate you, they love you and yeah, just keep posting. Be ready for the backlash because sometimes you post something and somebody just comes and say, you don't even know what you're saying, but you're so dumb. You know, those things can be very crushing. You don't really put yourself in a place where you're like, ah, whatever. You know, and as I've seen, and as you grow on YouTube, that number of those haters actually grows. But anyway, they watch your video, so don't even worry. Don't begin to figure out what am I supposed to do instead of sitting and figuring out what am I supposed to do. Post whatever you have in your head right now, and you get to discover more what works for you best, what is more fulfilling, what the audience likes to watch, and all of that. So
Okay. I did hear everything, but your microphone's running away from you. Your hands getting further
oh
and
my
further
god,
away.
okay.
Okay,
I love to talk with my hands. That's the problem.
I hear you. So we got the Niger Boy says
Yeah.
hashtag phone gang. So we got a lot of people that are doing the phone thing. So
Thank
hashtag phone gang.
you. Boy, and you do so well. Sometimes I can't even know it's your phone. I think like you have a drone. Do you have a drone?
He does have a drone. He has a couple drones. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
All right. So now the advice you were giving. Now let's talk about that a little bit. Some people are
Mhm.
doing it. They get into it, but then quickly they get addicted to the idea of making money. Um,
Mhm.
let's try to elaborate a little bit on that because that is a big issue. People get into it. Okay, of course, I can make some money, but then when they start getting into these networks, what I have noticed myself is when they start getting into these networks, money becomes a very big subject, right? And then
Yes.
those people said, okay, yeah, it'd be good to make money. I want to make some money, but I want to do my passion. I want to do this. I want to do that. But then money somewhere along the line takes over, and then when they don't get the success they want, the complaining starts. And a lot of that
That's it.
complaining starts before they even get monetized. So
Yeah.
could you elaborate on, I guess, the addiction of wanting to make so much money like some of these other YouTubers and why that's a bad idea?
Okay, so first of all, I'm gonna say something I heard from Kansime. She said, when you wake up, that is your morning. I actually even made a joke on this. When you wake up, that is your morning. What that means is you don't actually have to compare your workload to somebody who actually woke
Your
up at
your
8
microphone is
and sleep
running.
from 12. Okay.
Okay.
What that means is you don't have to you don't have to compare yourself with somebody who woke up at 6 hours just because you woke up at 12. It means by the time it's 18 hours, you would have done different types of work. And if you have to earn the hour, you have to earn at the hour. You can't go and look at somebody and say, ah, why do they have more? Oh my God, I want to have more. No, because you woke up at 12. And I feel like there's a lot of grace in actually just realizing. Can you hear me?
I can.
there's actually a lot to be realizing to say this is when I've started. Like this person has been here around. Of course, some of them have a moment when they just post one thing to like now and they blow up for just one thing. But I feel like you when you begin to want the money, you're gonna want the views and all of that. In the end, you're going to begin to use the person that actually trusted you with your content. You know what I'm saying? It's like, let me tell you what happened to me. This is a real story right now. Because so previously, I used to post news um, sometime in the middle because when I started, I was all about inspiration. I'll tell you about my philosophy of living and all of that, and then I share a blog with you guys. Can go on. And then I got to meet some people, and kind of it gave me motivation. Yeah, they are saying, okay, you get to see the you watch the video about drama. People get to it fast. They have so much views. So that became interesting.
Okay, your
Oh, like,
microphone's running
okay,
away.
oh my god, okay. I'm like, oh, okay, so people like to watch drama, like gossip and news and all of that. So I started posting news. Now, what that used to do to me is every day when I wake up in the morning, I have to go and look what, search what. It was so enslaving to me because I feel like it depends on the type of a person. There are people that really do enjoy making news and like content that goes what is happening, celebrity, what is happening here and there. So I started doing that, but even as much as I was doing that, I was getting the feeling that it was eating me. Like it was taking a toll on me. I am not a person that's like, what's happened to you today? Oh, hello. Oh, okay, so you got to do that. Oh, okay, that kind of thing. So I felt like I was doing something away from what my YouTube channel was supposed to be, and I had to sit down and say, what exactly are you doing this? So I had to take a look at myself, and I found that I was doing it for the views because it was getting faster likes and more views, more watch time. The money after because I had just the channel wasn't monetized, so I was pasting that $10, like my $10, and then they get send me the pin so that the process of money making and pin and stuff like that. I just found that that was very selfish and it was eating away from me instead of giving me fulfillment. Because when I make a video and I really enjoyed making it, I feel fulfillment. Like I like what I'm seeing. Oh, I'm happy. I'm happy. So it will probably like it's likely to make somebody smile also. So I had to say, you know what? I love the news. I love how the money is going up and whatnot, but I cannot do this for the longest time. I would not want to get known for the wrong reason. Like this is not what I like to do. The people that are good at it, kudos. They're getting the views, they're getting the subscribers, but I have to stop. Like I had to tell myself, I think I would like people who I am and actually pick um the type of content that you actually want to see from my channel and follow me for me. Like that's it. So after I did that, I stopped posting. My views dropped, my watch time dropped, my money, everything was just it's in red right now. The subscribers dropped, and I got more into the analytics of what the people watching actually what I like to watch myself, so that I can do more of that. Like if I can get something from myself and I just love it, that's my purpose is. That's the thing I do. So I've noticed that people like to know what they like. They like to draw. Others have you guys love the people that come to watch the channel. You love things that are, experiences, relationships, things that your people have to go through and stuff like that. So I said, why then can I not do this? So I am just becoming repeated about the people that come to watch me and being thankful for the 8 people watch and good. If you watch my previous videos, I'll have like 8 people who watch others 200 and something, others 48. I look at that, I'm like, oh, this is a blessing. I think this is for me. So let's keep going like that. I believe my moment will come for when I started my to go out there more people, but I am no longer trying to use you who come to watch my channel for my money. That's very no. I that the money will find me, the more views will get to me and all of that, but I want to just
Okay.
so that's one. That's one.
All right. Well, the
So you
Niger
can do
Boys.
that.
Okay. Well, the Niger boy is saying the biggest mistake getting into YouTube for money. The money aspect is good, but believe me, you need to do it because
Mhm.
you love what you do. And I have to
Yes,
say
exactly.
that's very true. That's very true.
Mhm.
Um,
Yeah.
so I recommend anybody that's going to be. This is my own two cents here. Anybody that's going to become
Mhm.
a new YouTuber, don't get into it for the money. If the money comes, the
Yeah.
money comes. Basically, I
Exactly.
see a lot of people. Most people that start YouTube quit, and that's just a fact because they think it's one thing
because
or
of
the,
the money.
ends up being another. The other thing too is that they spend too much time thinking about the money and they don't think about the content and what it takes to have great content. And then there's just going to be you could be doing everything right and it's just not getting where you need it to go. So to be honest, just being truthful, YouTube is not for everybody. And
Yeah.
there's something
True.
else that's out there that's for you. Yeah. So
Exactly.
I'm going to go ahead and ask you one more question. Any last words for the
Okay.
audience that we did not already cover in the previous questions?
Oh my God. Any last words for the audience, everybody in general? First of
Everybody
all,
in
I want
general.
to just appreciate it's like it just blesses me to see people watch the things that I post and actually say something about it in the comment section, whether it's a critique or something. Just be free. Tell me, yeah, you should have done like that and all of that. I really just really I don't have a description for it. Like it blesses me. I'm like, yay! Oh my god! He watched. Oh, he said something. Like, please keep doing that. Like, I just become a child when I see that people have watched something. Um, you should see me. I think I'll give you a moment experience on that one. Anyway, so like you get to witness that sometime later. But I really just love how you people can always come and watch the content I make and leave a comment there. I appreciate you so much. And please, my message basically is about freedom. I just feel that all of us have a way that we feel free. It's different ways. Others is being good to themselves, others going out there, others is jumping into the pool, like different ways. I feel like you should be very become selfish about the freedom that you want to create situational because I feel like at the end of the day, if you're going to try and just be good for everybody, you can't be good for everybody. That's what you should understand. And you should also understand that expect people to say bad about you because most are not wishing you good. Let's just be real. Okay. And if you have any dreams or any passions, begin to pursue them now because for me, I could have started YouTube when I was 18. I've lost a lot of years. By now, I could have subscribers up there, but I feel like those are just lessons that other people can learn from. Um, yeah, I don't have no regrets. So thank you so much.
Okay. Well, thank you everybody for
Mhm.
coming in. I really do appreciate it. Again, this is KBM, Kidding by Marriage, your host of This is Africa. And today is Tuesday, 28 July 2020. And on that note, we're out.
So bye, guys. Thank you for coming. And this is bye.